There's a lot of words for this episode. Emotional damage, emotional draining, incredible. This episode just took me for a ride. And I wasn't expecting it to be such a banger. I mean, I was hoping that the last two episodes of this series were going to be incredible. And if the next episode is going to be just as good, well then, I don't think I'm going to be ready for that. We saw so many incredible Star Wars things inside this episode. The beginning of the episode to the lower levels of Coruscant, the underbelly, the return of Moff Gideon, the Shadow Council, General Hux, Pellaeon, Thrawn was name-dropped, and of course the commandos filled with Beskar looking like Imperial Mandalorians, and even Moff Gideon was walking by something that looked like clones. Were they Force-sensitive Star Killers? I'm not sure, but I think we're gonna find out in the next episode. It took me a long time to get out of bed today, just because the episode drained so much out of me. A lot of emotion. My throat still hurts. I lost my voice after the episode, and I kind of just sat there and didn't even edit the reaction until like 5 o'clock in the morning because I was just exhausted mentally. And they also bait us with IG-11 coming back, but it's not. He's just a mechanic. He's just a vessel, a vehicle. So I was a little upset about that because they totally got me. They totally tricked me. But seeing the entire fleet in action, seeing Bo-Katan, the Mandalorians, after so many years fighting, squabbling with their stupid petty politics, unifying under one flag, under one planet, under one fighter. And yes, there is major conflict, but at least right now, those relationships are bound. They are woven. It's so beautiful to see them work together aside their differences, and I love seeing Mandalorians come together for one purpose. But then we finally get to the surface of Mandalore, and this is where things start to make a very scary and uneasy turn, I would say. There is definitely a spy in the midst, and Mandalorian has a double meaning for its titles. Very obviously, Kane has been a spy for the Empire, the remnants of the Empire in Moff Gideon. But something else is not connecting here. Somebody else is a spy. And I've been hearing about the theories about the Armorer and how she may potentially be a spy, but I'm just hoping more so. I'm not buying it as much as I think everyone else is, because I gotta say, if she's a freaking spy, I'm gonna break. I might throw something. I just can't see the Armorer being a spy. Not entirely, anyway. I just don't understand what she would benefit from to seeing her entire Mandalorian enclave just get destroyed by Imperials in the first season. We saw that. She was pretty upset and distraught, but she was still there with Paz Vizsla, rebuilding themselves and trying to dedicate themselves to find other Mandalorians scattered across the galaxy. So I just don't see her bending the knee to Moff Gideon, even though he is preaching about creating a new galaxy with the likes of clones and Mandalorians and attributes of the Jedi. I don't really understand that last part, but I guess he's trying to make himself Force-sensitive or creating something that is Force-sensitive, because we do hear about Project Necromancer, and does that have to do with the Emperor coming back, or is that about Moff Gideon kind of taking control in his own hands and creating something for himself? But I really do believe that these spies might be the Night Owls. It just doesn't make any sense to me how they claim that they have been traversing and migrating across the surface planet of Mandalore, and they haven't seen a single Imperial vessel? Because at the same time too, Moff Gideon has returned, and he has also pretty much self-reported himself as the cause of bombing Bo-Katan's home. And then the first couple scenes he does ask for reinforcements, and one of the legions that needs reinforcing is his TIE Interceptor Squadron, and he asked for bombers, which of course are the very two vehicles that we did see at the beginning of the season that attacked Bo-Katan and Din Djarin. So yes, I do believe that he is responsible for those attacks. And the fact that the Night Owls have been living there, and they also knew where the location was of the Forge, I think these are our spies that we're looking for. What I'm trying to do is convince myself that the Armorer is not the spy, because I don't know if I can handle that. And our heroes are led to the Great Forge, and this is where the Bantha Poodoo hits the fan. Tank Ferrick, man, this was so emotional for me. I'm not really someone that cries, but I do feel intense emotions inside my body, and it affects my eyes and my chest. and I often get very quiet. Paz Vizsla has probably one of the most emotionally compromising last stands that I have seen in Star Wars. I don't know what it is with Star Wars getting so damn crazy every time someone's gotta make a last stand, bro. Oh, could you just have one bad last stand in Star Wars? I just feel like every single one is just insane, and it just makes me think about it. I couldn't even get out of bed today thinking about it. And this is what Jon Favreau does. He makes a character have such a great history, right? They have so much character development, and then he takes them away from you. And he did that with Queel, he's done that with IG-11, he's done that with a lot of characters, and Paz Vizsla is no different. Just when you see this guy, and you know every single video I was talking about how much haterade this dude was drinking, and he continued to do that in this episode as well. Oh man, but he was growing. He was becoming one of my favorite characters, man. And to see this guy go out, and it's not like anyone took him out. They have the Praetorian Guards from the sequel trilogy, from The Last Jedi. Oh my God. And don't get me wrong, man. I love the design of The Last Jedi Praetorian Guards. But these guys were sick. They were so sick. Did you see them? There's only 3 of them. There were only 3 of them. I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't know how this episode is going to end. You know, we have the fleet. We have Moff Gideon. Din Djarin is captured. There's so many things that are just going insane right now. And I don't know how this stuff is going to climax. I don't know how it's going to be resolved. I don't know if it will be resolved. Maybe season 3 is going to end open-ended. Man, I am so happy right now. I love, because this is the type of stuff that makes the sequel trilogy better, right? Is you're giving it the Clone Wars and Rebel style. Yes, go ham. Give me more Praetorian Guards. Let me see what happens with General Hux and the Necromancers. Let me see what's going on with everything. And you know what? I very well believe that Thrawn may just come out and take over all of what Moff Gideon is doing. He may kill Moff Gideon because he may see Moff Gideon as a threat. But you know what? There's a lot of stuff going on, and it's building more and more to Ahsoka, and I can't freaking wait, fam. I'm just, I gotta take a break. I gotta relax. It's hit me really hard. But I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If I was going to give this episode a rank, it would definitely be a 9 out of 10, like a high 9, man. The only thing this episode is missing is a preview to another episode, man. 53 minutes. And 53 minutes of amazing quality. Bo-Katan, the armor, oh my God, and the dialogue between Bo-Katan and Din Djarin about him talking about how he's gonna serve her and her song is not yet written. That is the support people need, right? Not just in life, but also in Star Wars. I love how Din is just like, listen, man, I don't give a damn about these artifacts, these MacGuffins. I care about the person behind the mask, what the person is doing, and honor. That's what I love. And this is the second time that he has done that, because you saw that in Book of Boba Fett, where he kind of made Boba Fett feel like, wow, maybe there is something to this creed. Maybe there are people out there that don't make it seem like Bantha Poodoo. So, man, that was awesome, man. Absolutely amazing. 9 out of 10, baby. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I can't move around and screaming, but I'm still doing it. I don't know how I'm doing it, baby, but I hope you subscribe. I hope you see around, baby. I can't wait to see this. Let's go. Oh, man, I gotta stop. I'm done. I'm out of here. Deuces, fam. Deuces.